Hello, I'm EnterElysium and we're back in RimWorld. We have Arcady the Commissar, Cross the Joy Wire Artist, our prisoner Lynx the Experiment, who hates research now, and where's our last member of our posse? There we go, Cat. Oh, she's coming over here for food. Cat the Teacher. I really should have named one of them Ivy just in memory of Ivy. I really miss Ivy. Now, it was tempting to continue the last last series, with that pre-alpha, just to have one episode where we just get ourselves killed. But I think that, we got to such a stage where we're basically pretty much invincible, provided we used those blasting charges liberally. I mean, with liberal use of blasting charges, anything is possible. So, probably was just a good... Oh, wrong one. It needs to be mine. Probably just a good bet to leave it at that and start a new one, especially now we're actually trying... we could put our entrance in here. It looks fairly defensive. And we wouldn't have to trample crops. I suppose it also means that fire and Molotovs and frag grenades and all incendiary launchers wouldn't be burning our crops. That would be bad. So we'll actually put our entrance here. There we go. So yeah, we're going for an underground... Underground? It's not underground as such. I guess it's cliff side. No, it's not on the side of the cliff. It's in the cliff. An inset base into the cliff. Still doesn't sound right. Oh well. So we're going to go with that. We have a decent amount of metal at the moment. Mine that for extra metal. Cat's still doing all the hauling, which is good. She's going to get all the food that's been dotted around the base, the map, and return that. So we have plenty of food for now. Cross is slowly mining. Oh, and a traveller is passing by. He's a negotiator. He was a rebel slave. He was born into corporate slavery and raised to perform menial tasks for minimum pay. He was just another cog in the machine. He found his freedom by joining a rebel organization whose goal was to break free from their corporate masters. He then became a hired gun working for various rebel organizations, enslaved groups, and merchant enclaves. His specialty was negotiation in combat situations, which gives him +4 shooting, +3 melee, and +3 social. He's incapable of mining. I don't mind that. He has artificial legs, obviously, from when he tried to escape from being a slave. There was a horrible fire. He's a celebrity fan? Does that mean he's a celebrity and he has a fan, or he's a fan of a celebrity? I'm not sure. Because if he's a fan of a celebrity, that describes a lot of people. Maybe he's just got some weird obsession with, like, Will Wheaton. There we go. I'm saying he's got a weird obsession with Will Wheaton. I mean, most people have an obsession with Will Wheaton, but, maybe it's weirder than it should be. Let's arrest him anyway. He's capable of most things that we want to be done, so I'm perfectly happy to have him on the team. Now, the one thing we have to worry about, of course, is, as always, power. Not power. Food. I was saying power because we just ran out of power there. But that's not the issue. Power isn't a thing that we have to worry about too much in this game. Really. I mean, you can keep on top of it. You can see it when you need to expand it. The problem is food. But at the moment, we do have a lot of food. And prisoners need to be fed. So I'm kind of okay at the moment with just having a lot of prisoners. Now... It'd be nice if you could arrest someone without having to go onto military, because then when they give them, like, their room, they just stand there and you go, oh, I've got to go and micromanage them. It'd be nice if they just automatically came off that. Similarly, it'd be nice if you could hit try to recruit and it would go to friendly chat, because no interaction trying to recruit doesn't work. Alright, so we're building a second solar panel to manage our power requirements. Bam. Got the one battery, that should be enough for now. The problem was we didn't have enough power to really run the place, but if we get an eclipse, we are going to be basically out of power, but there's nothing we can really do other than, like, investing in a ridiculous amount of batteries, which is just not economic at this stage. We don't have the metal for that. And our food's already paying off. We're already starting to do a harvest, which is nice. Oh. I think we just put food on his face. I don't know why we didn't give him, you know, actual... Ooh, what's that? Local squirrel's gone mad. Okay. Not too worried about squirrel. Apparently we can't hit the squirrel though. It's very energetic. Yeah, the squirrel's beating up cat. Miss. 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 Hit. Miss. Hit. That was miss. Okay, there we go. Done. Finally. Can we go back to full-time acceleration now? Come on. Come on, game. It's a good game. Come on. Come on, let me go. There we go. Now exposing a lot more metal, and this is a very different map. There isn't so large expanses as the last one. I mean, this is the biggest expanse we've got. I kind of like it. It's a bit more interesting. But we are going to have to be careful about things like needing the power from that. I think we will just set up a generator and then just run a line over. Because it will be worth it, just having the power at all times of day. And also, it's a lot of power that gives you. Bam, done that. Orders, let's mine some more. And we can gain a lot of food now. We will call this place the Elysian Empire Mark II. There we go. That's a nice amount of food we've got. I'm actually incredibly pleased with that. And we've got food lying around in the stockpile in quite large amounts, which is always a good sign. Mine. Mine. And there we go. Mysterious blights destroyed our crops. That happens a lot. But luckily, we did manage to we managed to grow and harvest a lot of crops before that happened. So I think we're going to be fine. I know we're going to be fine for food. That is plenty of food, especially with this size of a colony. That is more than enough. So we are going to be okay. Now, it would just be nice if we could recruit a couple of these guys to actually join our cause. Failed to... 15% chance. Now... If we look at their... There we go. Their thoughts. They need to be above this threshold for loyalty. And I believe there might be a bonus each time depending on their loyalty over that threshold. So you've got happiness and you've got fear. Now, convinced by Warden is what you generally want to do. In that if you talk to them and you keep talking to them, you'll get a multiplier depending on how many times they've been talked to. And this gives you a massive bonus. They do have that's sort of an intrinsic negative value because they're imprisoned. So you can go the fear route if you would like gibbet cages or whatever in there. But ultimately, at the moment, other than having a lot of gibbet cages in there, it's probably best to go the happiness route and just keep talking to them. The issue with having gibbet cages in there is if you're going happiness in the rest of the base, which is still relatively easy compared to fear in the long term, you're kind of going to have people going in happy, going in there, seeing all the dead boys in the gibbet cages and being like, oh, now I'm really unhappy. Which is a little bit of an issue. Local score's gone mad. Boring, boring. Right. And cats being attacked. What is it about cat and squirrels? Finally killed that squirrel. Maybe we can turn the squirrel into fertilizer. Right, and can you take corpses? Yes, you can. We're still on... There we go. Finally 3 times time acceleration again. Oh, and we managed to discover plenty of metal deposits in this entrance. Well, I don't think we're going to be short for metal to begin with, at least. Put it that way. We've got metal coming out of the wazoo. Come on, convince Sarah. Come on, cat. Come on, cat. You can do it. Failed to recruit. Solar flare. No power. Okay. Which is somewhat disappointing, but we do have, plenty of food. It's not like people are going to go absolutely stark raving mental because they can't have the food that they want. Well, they can't because they're going to get nutrient based, whatever they decide. But you know what I mean. Now, let's just expand this into a main corridor. And what do we want off the main corridor? We'll start our stuff about here. Maybe that gives us room to put like a defensive structure in. So we'll do that. And then what do we want? We want a place to keep prisoners. I'm tempted just to put them in small cells rather than in a confined, contained, many people all in one tiny little thing. But I don't know. We can solve that later. For the moment, we will just pack them in like sardines. And then, what else do we want? We need some batteries. We need some food. We need some... We don't need an indoor stockpile because, as previously stated, indoor stockpiles are kind of naff. Unless we put a lot of food in our indoor stockpile and only have a tiny bit outside because we need to be able to trade. So, we need a researching area with a comms console. That's a good one. So, researching area with comms console. And then we need a place for eating. One space, chairs, table, table, chairs, space. And then we need room for the nutrient dispenser. How big is the nutrient dispenser? It's 3. So 3, space on the side for hopper, space on the side for hopper, space on the other side to be able to get around it. Yes? Yes, that should be fine, right. And then we need batteries, we need rooms for people to live in. Stockpile for food. Yeah, so, okay, we're going to concentrate on the rooms first of all, because people like their rooms, and it's a nice way to give them a big bonus of happiness straight away. So we're going to go with 3x4s? Or 3x3s? 3x4? We're going to go with 3x4s. Be a little bit luxury. Now that is one thing I would like off Dwarf Fortress, is the ability to copy certain build patterns and then just get the thing to repeat them. Because at the moment you have to build everything by hand by going click, 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 click. Which would be nice if you could just say, start from here, build the same pattern again. Now we don't need this many rooms, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cancel that, which will give us 6 rooms, and these will be built when we can actually connect to this area. Until then, they won't be able to pass, so they won't bother. Other than that, we need a battery area and the indoor stockpile. So we can start planning the battery area. So it'll be 1 space for batteries, 1 space for moving room, 1 space for battery, and then batteries are 2 deep. So 1 battery, 2 battery, 3 battery, 4 battery, 5 battery, access, and then there we go. And then if we put in a door, we should be fine. Boing. Now we'll need to temporarily run a power conduit over there. I say temporarily because we'll probably move the power later on. But for now, this is going to be our power generation. We'll also just run the power conduit all the way in for now, like that. You can see they prepare this area. Now they do that by just taking the metal to it. Once it's prepared, it has the metal in the area, and all they have to do is build it like that. You can see she grabs metal from there, and then she prepares it, and then she builds it. Disappointed we haven't recruited anyone yet. Now, what are you doing? How are you building that? Failed to recruit links with 20% chance. Wow, there's a lot of metal in there. We really aren't going to be short on metal. Right, I've got power back, which means we're back to using nutrient paste, which is tasty, I guess. And we haven't been attacked yet, which will happen soon, I imagine. Randy Random's not known for being particularly patient. Tau, hello. You're a commissar, a female refugee. Right, you were a medieval lordling, then you became a military commissar. You're incapable of... Oh, you can do everything. I thought being like a medieval lordling and a military commissar, you might not be able to do something, but... No sense of humour, and you are a leper. Ooh, I don't know. Should we have a leper in? Yeah, come on. We'll take the leper in. We've probably got like a cure for leprosy by now. Go! I mean, I assume it's some sort of virulent space leprosy, not just bog standard leprosy, because, you know, that's not so much of a problem. But some sort of crazy virulent space leprosy that maybe that's why she had to run away from being a military commissar. Door. More power conduit. Now I can see we've got quite a few people already. We'll go prisoner, we'll do that. We've got, what, 3? Yeah. Oh, did we get someone? Yes, we finally got links. Right, links, what do you do? You're not particularly great, are you? A lot of things. I guess you can do plank cutting. You can help out with that. You can also help out with the mining, maybe. I mean, you suck at it, but... Oh, you've got none as opposed to just being a bit naff. Okay. We'll put you on mining then. But at least we have more people now, which is always a good thing. And it's really helpful that we've managed to mine into so many bits of metal nearby the areas that we're actually building at, because instead of having to go all the way to the stockpile to bring the metal down, they're just taking the metal from where we mined it and building straight on there. Which is really useful for us. So, we have this coming along nicely, so we will have to be able to harvest this. You can see our food hasn't really gone down all that much. There was a little bit that we needed to collect, but other than that, it was just sort of not that many people to feed. And it has grown fairly nicely, this stuff. We are, I think, up to about 70% on the top ones. Yeah, 72%, I think is the highest. So we're getting there. Rainy thunderstorm. Which reminds me we should set a home zone before everything burns down. There we go. Just being very liberal with the home zones now, because of course when people get on fire, you can only put them out in home zones, which is really, really bizarre. You think that maybe you could put someone who was on fire out wherever they were, but no, you don't mind if they're just over the boundary of your home zone. I think that maybe that's currently a bug. Or maybe not a bug, just a development thing that's been missed. I don't know what you call it. A missing feature. Oh, we have Seraph the Negotiator now. You are a warden. You can do doctoring, you can do firefighting. We'll allow you to do research even though you kind of suck at it. What do you do? You're fairly good at hauling? Okay. Fine, and we'll also make you a cleaner. To keep the place nice and clean. Because otherwise, people will complain that the place looks a bit naff. Whoa, that was close to our solar panels. That was worrying. So we're now up to about 5 people, and we've still got 1 prisoner. That's fairly good for an episode. I think we're coming quite a long way now. Oh, which reminds me, we will need lights in here. So I think we're going to end this episode here, and next episode is going to be all about lighting. Not lightning. Well, that was fortunate. So next episode we're going to put up a load of lights, start, you know, actually building inside our little base here, hopefully be nice and defensible, and I bet we'll be attacked next time as well, which means we should probably set up some defenses. I haven't done it so far, because I'm used to playing on the, sort of the Cassandra, slowly increase the difficulty, and being like, oh, the first wave we can just melee. On Randy Random, though, no. On Randy Random, you need to prepare for anything because it's not scaled. Anything can happen. So we're going to leave it there. I've been EnterElysium. Catch me next time and find out what happens in RimWorld. You can, of course, go get the alpha right now. And stay shiny.